What's up, guys? It's week 4, Thursday Night Football. We are in the 4th week of the NFL season. We have 2 division rivals. They are both 2-1. The Seattle Seahawks are visiting the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Let's see who's going to come down with this game. I'm back, guys. I know I missed last week. Seb held the fort down.
Not really.
Right.
I did one episode, bro. That ain't none.
Hey, but you went 3-0.
I did go 3-0.
So Seb,
but also, let's be real. I made the easiest picks you could ever make.
the Bucks won. Okay, but
Versus
listen, but
the
they were a
Jets.
sweat. That was a sweat.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got the Bucks got their first ever win in the creamsicle jerseys.
In the home creamsicle jersey.
In the home creamsicle jerseys.
Uh-huh.
AJ Brown finally showed up. He ain't on a milk carton no more. We found him. 119 yards.
Yes.
And then the Chiefs won. So Seb went 3-0. He held down the fort. Good job to him.
Yeah.
I was fighting. I got a first round KO. We'll show it to you here real quick.
Directory, but we're going to take a look back at some of the action from throughout the night, including Edward Griffiths. Looked very impressive there, did the youngster.
Today, guys, I'm going to give you one bold prediction. Seb's going to give you a bold prediction. Then a score prediction, and we're going to see how things go. Seb, kick us off.
All right, my bold prediction going into this week, I'm going to go with a Torrey Horton at anytime touchdown. He scored in both of the Seahawks wins this season, the last 2 weeks versus Steelers and the Saints. The opposing defense coverage is typically on JSN or the new addition of Cooper Kupp. I don't know where Cooper Kupp has been. I haven't heard anything about him, so I don't know what that means to y'all. Which this will allow Torrey Horton to sneak in for a few yards and in this case, a touchdown. He also had 32 yards in both games he scored in. So if he's going over all at 30 yards,
He had exactly 32 yards and a touchdown
in both games.
the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
Because he scored week 2 and week 3.
Yes.
Okay,
Last
go
2
on.
weeks. So on 2 and 3 receptions. So he's only being targeted a couple times, and he's making the most out of it. So Seahawks are really they are looking for him in the end zone or the deep shot.
He's a red zone target.
Yes, he's a red zone target
gotta be
and
if he's only
the
getting 2 or 3 catches.
downfield guy. He's been the downfield guy because JSN handles the slot.
He's had 5 catches the past 2 weeks.
Yes, he has.
Okay.
The Arizona Cardinals have allowed approximately 2 offensive touchdowns per game so far in this 2025 season. This also includes all types of touchdowns and means that the team's defense is giving up an average of 2 scores per game played by opponents during this season. The Cardinals defense gave up 3 receiving touchdowns to the Panthers and 1 last week versus the 49ers. Will Johnson is out this game. I'm not sold on him.
Yeah, they gave up a receiving touchdown to a 49ers team without George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and Juwan Jennings.
I'm not sold on Elijah Jones, and Max Melton will probably be on the same side as Cooper Kupp or in the slot for JSN at nickelback. So I don't see these Cardinals DBs being able to cover these Seahawks receivers.
They're missing a whole bunch of people, bro.
So, yeah, I'd be keeping an eye out for Torrey Horton on these deep balls, and he could turn those into some touchdowns. Now, there is one player on this secondary that I am a little worried about, and that's Buda Baker. He's a pretty good, player.
Yeah, but
let's be
Buda Baker
honest.
doesn't usually guard the red zone
No,
targets.
he doesn't.
Unless it's a tight end because he's a safety.
So, yeah.
So you don't
That's
have to
what
worry
I meant.
about that.
Torrey
Torrey Horton plays outside.
Last week, I saw a lot of Buda Baker being shifted over
To the outside cornerback?
to the
The health the cornerback?
Yes,
Okay, over
yes.
the top.
So I was seeing a lot of them being shifted over because those corners can't cover
Well,
any
but in the
nosebleed.
red zone, he can't play over. He's got to be in the
You're
middle
right.
of the field.
You're right. So Torrey Horton, baby, anytime touchdown, give me that money.
I like that. Let's go. Torrey Horton to have an anytime touchdown. 3 weeks in a row he'll score.
I think so.
Horton. I got a little hesitant on his name, but no disrespect to him. All right, guys, that brings you to my bold prediction. I have the Cardinals will go under 21 points scored in this game. The Cardinals offense has only gone over this mark one time, and that's scoring 27 against the Panthers, which they had a bunch of help from their defense, getting a bunch of turnovers from that Panthers offense. So the Cardinals defense scoring 27 in 1 out of 3 games this year. So they've only gone over this 21 mark one time. All right, out of their 3 games, and they've played the Niners, the Saints, and the Panthers. So they aren't playing killers. All right, and this Seahawks defense has held opponents to 17 or less in all 3 games.
Yeah.
All right, the 49ers offense put up a season high 17 points on this defense week 1. That is the most that the Seahawks have given up the entire season is 17 points, and it was week 1, so they're still figuring things out. And the 49ers had Brock Purdy, so they had their starting quarterback. So this was a good 49ers offense. Kyle Shanahan had all offseason to plan for the Seahawks defense, and the offense could only put up 17 points. This Seahawks defense is legit. Seb said that in the season preview video, and he's right by it. The Cardinals' offense has only gone over this mark one time, like I said, scoring 27 against the Panthers. I don't see them doing good against the Seahawks defense. The Seahawks defense is elite. They just held the Saints to 13.
It's the Saints.
All right? Yes, it is the Saints, but without key defensive starters Jordan Love and Devon Witherspoon.
Okay.
Those are 2 defensive stars
Right, yeah.
for the Seahawks.
Yep.
Julian Love, Pro Bowler, and I'm pretty sure Devon Witherspoon made the Pro Bowl too. They've also been performing great all season, and they haven't had Devon Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they've only given up 17 points at most in any of their first 3 games.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, 17 to the Steelers, 17 to the Niners,
Okay.
and then they gave up 13 yesterday against the
I-
Saints.
I know they gave up 17 to the Steelers, but that was also in like garbage time too. So really, they held them to like 10 points.
Oh yeah, no, they
Throughout
killed
the
them.
whole game.
Yeah, yes, there was a garbage time touchdown. You're absolutely right about that. And to go along with this prediction, James Conner's hurt. James Conner scored 9 touchdowns last season. All right, James Conner is their goal line back. So this offense that hasn't scored over 27 points, hasn't scored over 20 points in 2 out of 3 games, is playing a defense that hasn't given up over 17 points all season. That same offense lost their goal line starting running back. Yeah, I like the Cardinals to go under 21 points. So that takes you to my score prediction. I have the Seahawks winning this game, 26-20. So the Cardinals are just gonna go under 21 points.
That's gonna be a sweat, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sweat, but I think that's what's gonna happen. I think the Cardinals are gonna score 2 touchdowns and then kick 2 field goals.
You took my point, bro. Dick, bro. Go
The
ahead.
Cardinals
Go
have
ahead.
lost 7 straight Seahawks. That's
Yeah.
what I took. 7 straight to the Seahawks. They also have lost 13 out of 14 games. I think this is a trend. Kyler Murray seems like someone that if he has a kryptonite, it's going to stick. The Cardinals were just in a dogfight, losing 15-16 to the 49ers, while the Seahawks just blew the Saints out 44-13. The Seahawks rested their starters by the 3rd quarter. You said that yesterday.
A
I
lot
did
more
steal that
rest.
from you.
That's
The
fine.
Cardinals played a very physical game against a very physical 49ers team. The 49ers like to beat you up. And in
I don't
that
know
game,
how they're 3-0. I don't know.
yeah, they're
I
definitely
don't-
the worst 3-0.
Nick
Because they're
Bosa,
physical.
Nick just tore his ACL too.
Damn.
So
It just
yeah.
keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
Well, bro, when you make the Super Bowl and you have long playoff run after long
Uh-huh.
playoff run, which they
Yeah.
do, you don't get time to recover in between
Yeah, I know.
seasons.
But they're
you now have the
3-0.
longest season and the short amount of
Hey,
rest.
they're 3-0. They're doing what they have to do. I'm not gonna say it, but they might be a sneaky wild card team, bro. Like actually,
If the Eagles play them, I'll be licking my chops.
Oh, I'm
okay,
sure
let's
you
just
would.
say that. All right. And like I said earlier, the Cardinals just lost James Conner. That's a big part of their offense. And let's go to their defense. The Cardinals' defense just let Mac Jones put up 284 yards and a touchdown on their defense.
Oh my God.
Okay? This Sam Darnold Seahawks offense just put up 44 points and 31 the week before that. I think Darnold might be better than Mac Jones. What do you think?
ooh, aren't they from the same draft class?
I believe they're in this. No, they're not in the same draft
No?
class. No, Darnold was picked before earlier
Okay.
then.
I
But who
don't-
do you think?
I
What do
don't
you think? They're pretty much in the same.
I think Sam Darnold's been in better situations than Mac Jones has.
Yes.
He's still not in a good situation, so we don't know if Mac Jones would actually.
Sam Darnold doesn't have as good as a coach
Sam Darnold
as,
hold on.
Mac Jones.
Hold on. Sam Darnold had an all-pro receiver. The best receiver that Jones ever had was Tyquan Thornton. I meant to say Brian Thomas Jr. let's just put that out there first. Of
You're
all.
correct. You're correct.
I don't
So you
it's fair
think
to
Mac
compare-
Jones? You don't think it's fair to compare Mac Jones Sam Darnold?
I now right now I think, bro, you give Jones.
All right, I want to hear what the audience
Oh my
has to
fuck.
say. I want y'all to comment
Dude,
down below.
Mac Jones
Give
has-
us a comment down below. Who's better, Mac Jones or Sam Darnold? I think it's close.
Right
and
now,
I'm going with
it's
Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Yeah, because we've seen him play with an All-Pro receiver. We haven't seen Jones play with anybody yet. Who has he had? Nobody.
Bro, he had the keys for weeks, for years.
Bro,
Weeks,
right now
years.
his best receiver is probably Ricky Pearsall in his whole career. No, Brian Thomas Jr.
He has Kyle Shanahan.
Okay, so but Kevin O'Connell is better.
Didn't Mac Jones have? No, Kevin O'Connell. Was
Kevin
not better than
O'Connell is
Kyle
a
Shanahan.
better quarterback coach. Let's just be.
Than Kyle Shanahan.
Bro, he turned Sam Darnold into a
Jimmy
freaking legend.
Garoppolo and Brock Purdy went to the Super Bowl.
Bro, Kevin O'Connell got Sam
Bro.
Darnold the bag, bro. What are you
you're
talking
crazy.
about?
Kevin
Oh
O'Connell hasn't been to a Super Bowl with Jimmy G and Brock Purdy.
Because he had Kirk Cousins, bro.
And they couldn't win a playoff game.
They did win a play. Oh wait, no.
They
lost
won
to the
a
Giants.
playoff game. They won a playoff game, Seb. And Kevin O'Connell wasn't even the coach. Mike Zimmer was. Come on, man.
All right.
You're crazy.
All right.
You know what Kevin O'Connell did? He lost to Daniel Jones, and I don't even know if he was the coach then. But it was around that time. Either way, Seahawks offense is clicking, while the Cardinals defense is missing linebacker B.J. Lujawari and two defensive linemen, Walter Nolan and Justin Jones, along with starting cornerback Grant Williams. Okay,
Jesus Christ.
the Seahawks defense, the Seahawks offense is going nuts. Like I said, they just dropped 44 and 31 the last 2 weeks, while the Cardinals are on minimal rest because they just got beat up by the Niners, and they are beat up just by injuries, missing their linebacker, two defensive linemen, and a starting cornerback. I think the Seahawks win this game
Also, the
26
Cardinals
to 20.
Stadium is the most quietest stadium in the NFL too.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people there.
There's no home field advantage at all for the Cardinals, bro.
But let's hear your score
All right.
prediction.
My score, Seahawks win this one, 21-15. I did
Okay.
say yesterday the Cardinals going to win, but after doing all of this
Research. I
I'm
know.
like, this ain't happening. So 21-15, I think it'll be a really low-scoring game. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a more of a defensive game. The Seahawks have averaged 29.3 points per game in this season. That's ranking them 5th in the league for that. So they're top 5 in the league for scoring points. Okay, the Arizona Cardinals have only allowed 17 opponent points per game though. So let's just put that out there real quick. They haven't really
Okay,
allowed
yeah.
teams to go off. So,
yeah, you're right. I'm over here saying how good the Seahawks defense is. The Cardinals
So,
do have a good defense. You're right. But they're beat up.
this ranks
They're
them right now. The Cardinals
Four
defense.
starters.
I know that, but right now the Cardinals defense is so I'm only backing up my case here because to support the fact that it's going to be a low scoring game.
Okay.
I'm not saying that this Cardinals defense is going to win them this game. No, not at all. I'm just saying they have one of the top defenses right now in the NFL according to that statistic.
Yeah.
Okay. Seattle's
They have
only
one of the top scoring defenses.
yes, they
Go
do.
on.
Seattle is only allowing 15.7. No team has gone over 20 points on this team. The Cardinals are only putting up an average of 20.7. So you could put it all together for you. The Cardinals haven't scored more than 20. Seahawks haven't allowed more than 20.
No, and that brings me to another point. The Cardinals just beat the Saints week 1, 20-13.
Not week 1, week 3.
No, the Cardinals just beat the
Oh,
Saints.
the Cardinals. That's right. Okay.
What
I thought
did
you
the
said Seattle.
Seahawks just do to the
Yeah,
Saints?
yeah.
44-13.
Yep.
I rest my case.
This game is going to be very ugly and low scoring game. A lot more defense than anything. Both defenses are playing lights out. I will admit it. The Cardinals are going into this game versus Seattle. They haven't won a game versus Seattle since November 21st of 2021. It's been 4 years, almost 4 years
That's a term.
since the Cardinals have won a
Damn.
game versus Seattle.
That's the term.
Seattle has won the last 7 games, and 4 of those were in Arizona. Seattle is the better team. Cardinals don't look as good as we expected. So I'm just going to put it out there. The Cardinals might need to trade Kyler Murray. I think it's time to
I
give
don't
up
think
on
that's
that
the
project.
problem. I think it's
It's
everything
coaching,
else.
it's front office, and it's
Culture.
It's turning Kyler into a joke. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's turning him. It's ruining his whole career. And then
Something I thought of. when
that
we were-
defense is going to waste too.
Okay, so I'm glad you just brought that up because something I thought of Seb's talking about how good this defense has played, which they have played, but the starting quarterbacks they've played is Mac Jones, Spencer Rattler, and Bryce Young.
So if
Trash.
Bryce Young played well.
And now they're about to
last
pay
week.
Sam Darnold. I'm not saying Sam Darnold's good. He's better than Mac Jones.
Bryce Young beat a team
but-
that Utah is going to win 12 games this year.
The Falcons, yeah.
And
the
shut him
Falcons
out.
Dropped the ball, bro.
Shut him out. 0. A goose egg. Okay?
That's not what Bryce Young did, though.
Bro, Bryce Young put up
Sounds-
30 points on him, bro.
Okay.
He put up 30 points on that Falcons defense.
Either
bro,
way. We agree.
Jesse
Seahawks
Bates should
win.
be enough to
Seahawks win.
beat him. Okay, Seahawks do win. And I thought the Cardinals going to win, but then I saw all of this statistic, bro. They can't score points.
I mean, too. I thought the
They
Cardinals were
can't
going to win,
score
too.
points.
And then I was looking at it, I was like, dude, the Seahawks are a better team.
They suck, bro. They can't score points. They can't,
No.
bro. They have Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, and they just can't score points with Kyler Murray. I mean, oh
Harrison
man,
Jr.'s been dropping the ball.
yeah, I know. I'm glad
He's
I
been
didn't
dropping
draft
the
him.
ball. So, Torrey Horton, anytime touchdown. Cardinals offense under 21 points.
And Seahawks win. That's probably going to give you plus 250 if I'm not mistaken.
3-0.
3-0. We'll see y'all next episode.